So here's the thing. There's nothing here of any consequence at all. There just isn't. There's nothing here. Nothing is what's here. You can call it everything. You can call it the fullness of existence. You can call it anything you want to, but it's not of any consequence. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have any meaning. You can say all the meaning is here. I might say it doesn't have meaning, depending on what you mean by meaning. But what I'm saying is that there's no consequence, meaning what's here doesn't follow from anything, and it's not, consequence means something that happens because of something else, something that follows, right? And the me experience is all about looking for what follows. That's cause and effect. I'm working with this cause and effect machine. As I'm working to create the cause, to bring about the effect, to get the effect, to get an effect from my experience of completion, fulfillment, what I want. So it's all about consequence. It's all about what can I do to get the consequence of my doing, to realize the fruit. Okay, and it never works. It's ongoing. Every day waking up, getting up, doing more doing. Another day of doing. Another moment of doing. Another scene of doing. Another situation of my doing. My looking for my consequence. Trying to get the consequence of this moment. I know it's in there. I know there's a consequence that I can realize. The possibility, I almost can't wait to get it from this moment that's coming. And the moment comes and it goes, oh, another moment. Okay, another effort, this is the me experience. And it's all about the consequence. Okay, it's never about just what is, just what's here, without any consequence, without anything tied to this, anything. So there we, back to meaning, is what's just here, just as it is. Does that have meaning or not? Well, not if it's in the terms of the me. The me looks for the meaning in terms of meaning for me. Meaning, I want the meaningful consequence, the meaningful result that's what meaning means to me. And that's a story, it's a made up structure of meaning. It's a storyland of meaning. It's all about the me. So that kind of meaning is not what's here. I mean, you can say maybe you can talk about what's here as being meaningful, inherently meaningful. The meaningful, the meaning of existence, and maybe there's a way to enjoy that meaning in a way. But not if you're looking at it the way the me is, as a fulfillment of my expectation, as a something that's going to fill in the blank for me. Because me is coming to this moment with an empty space, feeling empty, feeling lack, feeling a need to get the result, the consequence of my action that will fill me, that will complete the circuit. Okay. So that kind of meaning, which is also, like I say, based on the me story. Well, the me story has a whole, it has a whole backstory to it. I mean, this result that I'm going to get is filling in what I'm missing. But that's all based on the story of me. There's a whole backstory of who I am, what I did, what my history is, what my situation is. And so I'm looking for, everything that I'm looking for is in terms of that story. Well, there's nothing like that here. There's nothing like that in this moment, in this. There's just this as it is. It's not oriented toward a story. That's all the Hollywood production of, the imagination of me. No, this is just what it is. It's not related to any story. It's not related to any person. It's not related to anything. It's always new. It's always being born. And it's always unchanging. I mean, a me story can't even apply that. Doesn't make any sense to me. Me is looking for the piece of the puzzle that will fit into my story and make it a complete story. And that's not what's here. It's never what's here. Because that story doesn't get complete. It's not a story. No story is completable. That's what makes it a story. Story is going on and looking for the end of it. The me is in there looking for the end of the story. And that's not here. What's here is just what it is. Already complete, but not as a story. Not as anything. So I think I started out that way. This is nothing. Nothing just means it's not a puzzle piece in a story. Something is something that you could put in tell a story about. So most people are not going to be interested in this because the me is interested in finding that piece. You could say the me is that interest. Not the me is interested in it. The me is that insatiable interest for that one little piece that's going to complete the picture for me. And the search. And this feeling of being incomplete. Okay, well, that feeling of being incomplete is the me. And we say the me doesn't exist because that feeling of incomplete is not what's here. What exists, we could say, exist is not a great word, but what is the case is what is here. Just as this just as the thisness of this, which is always already this. It's not a piece of anything. It's not, it's the whole enchilada. It's already completeness. It's nothing to be looked for. It's nothing to be gotten. And there's no one that can get it. There's no one outside of this. There's no one that isn't this. Already this. Completely this. So completely this is what everything is. And these stories of me, well, there's only one story of me, really. You know, you could say there's 8 billion me's around, 8 billion with 8 billion stories, or an infinite number of stories. Or we could just say it's storytelling, storytelling activity in all these different. But no, it's just the me story, which is just this feeling of not enough and working the moment to get enough from, squeezing the juice, the fruit, to get the juice. It's always about just getting the juice. And there's always more juice to be gotten. But there's only juice. The juice, the aliveness, the quality of just being is what is, well, that's what's available. That's what, but it's not available to anyone. It's not available to a separate one. And there are no separate ones. So